Hey, everybody, it's the coach. You're tuned in to Sunday Night Football on EA Sports. Up next, we've got what should be an intriguing matchup between the Cleveland Browns and the New York Giants. I'll join you again at halftime to look at some of these stats and scores from earlier this afternoon. But for now, it's Sunday Night Football. And on the call, as always, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
And thank you, Coach. We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cleveland Browns and the New York Giants. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden. And, Charles, you take a look at this Giants ball club. And losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
Meanwhile, for the Browns here, they too were losers last week, so they're also hoping to get back in the win column.
Something's got to give in this one, right? Both teams want to start a new streak, and they both want it to be a victory. This should be a fun one.
Two teams here playing for pride as the final week of the NFL season is underway. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. Under center is a 6'2", 225-pound signal caller, Aaron Rodgers.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost.
Yeah.
How does he eliminate that one interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver?
5 yards on the game's first play, second down. And the box that's highlighted is for Hearns on this offense.
Do you have your track shoes available? Because Allen Hearns is a guy that gets you on your horse if you're trying to defend him. He can take anyone deep and win on any route.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Throwing now is Rodgers. Caught by his tight end, Wesco. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opened things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
They go play action here on first down. This is caught by Hearns. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Completes it to Hearns. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On play action, now Rodgers. And this one caught by Cameron Brate. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. There are the numbers for Brate from a week ago. 10 catches, 102 yards.
5th in the league in receiving yards, and that's a strong category. I mean, if you're in the top 5 in anything, I don't care whether it's football or tiddlywinks, you're having a nice season.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast, and a big sack. So third down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. Working from the gun, Rodgers. And that is incomplete.
They had a good game catching the ball in the backfield a week ago, and they're going to try and involve him in that way in this game as well. But you can tell scouting is taking over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
Yeah, defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game, limited to just short runs, because he can really impact this offense. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and this will remain a scoreless game.
NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy because normally from this range, about 2 out of 3. And this is not an easy kick.
Yeah, 20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over. And it's a big kick, but now we just, if they leave it short, you're like, whoa, what happened? And that's what we have here.
Yeah, you're right. 20 years ago, we were saying run some more plays and get closer. Now we think they're definitely within range, and you're exactly right. When it comes up short, there has to be something that went wrong because they have plenty of leg.
They try the 50-yarder and miss it, and now this offense has it 1st and 10 at the 40. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson, and he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Now it's Carson. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. On 2nd down now. It's Carson, and he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. That catch for his career is number 589, so 11 away from 600, but it also right now ties him with Hall of Famer Fred Biletnikoff.
And we remember Fred Biletnikoff well because of the way he went about his business in catching the football. And we're seeing something similar here. Someone who runs precise routes, has excellent hands, and knows how to get the ball to the end zone.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And the Giants are off now to a 3-0 lead. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was hoping for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups. Check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 46. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a 1st down. On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. That's good for a Cleveland 1st down, an 11-yard pickup.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
On first down, they go right back to Hunt. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Rodgers. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. A look at the starters now on the defensive side of the ball for the Giants. They're a tough unit to throw against, currently 4th toughest in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
I know tight ends love this route because a lot of times they'll fake a block first and get a little bit of space and then come across the middle because in their mind, they're thinking catch the ball and then drop the hammer on the little guys in the secondary.
Unable to drop the hammer, he just dropped the pass. And the 13-year man puts it through, and that will tie us at 3-3. So he gets an early chance to redeem himself, and he's able to put that one through.
And how happy is he that he's able to get that second chance so quickly after the first miss, gets his confidence back up, and who knows, they may need him for an even bigger kick later in the game.
Field goals all we've had so far, 3-3 now as the kick is away. This will be taken about the 12. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
Let's go.
As the Giants head back out there, let's take a look at the playoff picture in the NFC. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. On 2nd down, it's Carson. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2.
56 to Mike. 56. Check 56.
On 3rd down, Carson. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Well, they're currently the best in the NFL in converting on 3rd down, so it was no surprise there that they picked that one up.
And they've done it in many different ways throughout the season, Charles. Picking it up, running it, throwing it, just effective on 3rd downs all year long.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
Mahomes now on 1st down. Bryant has it. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
You better come out with this first, son.
Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. They'll run for the first time with Austin Eckler. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
First down, and they stick with Eckler. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. On 2nd and 9, Mahomes. That's complete to his tight end, Higbee. 70th catch for him on the year. Like so many others, this goes for a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Running on first down, Eckler. And he stopped immediately there. The tackle there by Brian Poole. Looking to throw on Jones. Open man is Higbee, the tight end. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. These two teams all tied after one. Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. They run it with Carson. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. He connected on his first, this from 41. And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals at 6-3. So we're trading first-half field goals. No breakthrough on the touchdown front. Got a 6-3 game.
Yeah, and I know so many people look at a game through offensive eyes, right? They want to see how the game's played that way. You know how I'm going to view it, right? The defenses, to me, have responded well in this game. Like what I'm seeing from them, both of them hoping to keep it to field goals and not give up big touchdowns.
Come on, fellas.
Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. On play action, Rodgers. And Brate, the tight end's got it. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And the head coach reaches for the red flag, tosses it down on the field. He wants a challenge here.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player. You threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
A throw over the middle, taken in. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. Here's Rodgers to throw. And able to find Kirk complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 19. They were in zone defensively, went with a crossing route. It's always interesting to watch that chess match.
Yeah, and I think safeties don't mind crossing routes against zone because eventually you're going to run into their territory, and that's when they lick their chops in order to get the big hit or a play on the ball.
Offensively, nice execution to find a hole, make the catch. A first red zone opportunity for the Browns thus far. 1st and 10 at the 19. Here's Hunt, and he'll take this down for about 4 yards down to the 15. They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Miles Boykin, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And once again, the Browns are back in front. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
On is Mason Crosby for the point after. And he's got it as the lead is now 10-6. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it's capped off by the Browns' touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Chris Carson trotting back out there. And there's the total for the season. Of course, every runner wants to hit that 1,000-yard mark. He's going to need to turn up production a little bit if he wants to do just that.
And I think he'll get a lot of help because teammates want players to get to milestones. And 1,000 yards for any running back in the NFL, that's a milestone. And it reflects positively on the team, too, as well, when a person reaches that threshold. So he's not just out there running by himself. He'll get plenty of escorts, and I think guys will do a little extra blocking for him in this one.
And I'm guessing he knows what he needs to get to reach it. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Looking to throw is Mahomes. He's got it to Williams. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards, and the field position has totally been flipped. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way, oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover him. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. This is Carson. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down. On 2nd down now, it's Carson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Partner, you mind if I take off this headset and put on a coaching headset?
You want to get this running game going?
I want to get this running game going. I'm going down there and saying, gentlemen, we have got to run the football. We've got to get it going right now.
Yeah, to this point in the second quarter, it has been a struggle. A 3rd field goal of the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on 3rd down. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And that will be incomplete. He was out there waving his arms saying, throw it here, dropped it, not a good look.
Well, all I can do is just look at him with contempt on that one. As a defensive back, I'm saying, not as an announcer. Just like, really?
A little bit of a diva look, isn't it?
Yeah, very much so, because I think what happens is he just had too much time to think. He's wide open now. Here comes the ball, and he doesn't concentrate and drops it.
Santos' kick is up and through, and that gets him back within a single point. It's now 10-9. So that's 3 field goals for him now, but heck, he's not even halfway to his career best of 7.
Seems like the 7 field goal games are the kind of games I always get assigned to in my other job. Let's hope for this offense's sake they can start cashing in on a few of these drives.
Fairly short kick, taken at the 14 here. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. They run on first down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming. There to stop him was Darius Leonard. On 2nd and 7, Rodgers. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Rodgers going to try and throw on 3rd down. Open man is Kirk, complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 44-yard line.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the number 1 receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. That's caught on the left side by Kirk. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
Rodgers again now. And this one's incomplete. Christian Kirk, the man he was looking for, and it's 3rd down. The Browns on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Now Rodgers. And the throw there going to be incomplete. That one doesn't find its target, but all in all, he's been much sharper this week. He was under 50% a week ago, and now he's up over 70%.
Well, you know it's standard for quarterbacks and receivers get together for a little extra time each and every day in practice. I get the sense they got together for a lot of extra time this week to try and improve that passing percentage, and it's worked out quite well.
And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. So it's a 2nd missed field goal here in this first half. He'll have to think about that going forward. Maybe time for a little soul-searching as well.
Yeah, the head coach might be looking towards the heavens because you wonder if this will affect the 4th down decision-making going forward. If you get 4th and 3, 4th and 4, situations that used to be calls for the kicker might get a second thought.
Well, this offense got to be loving this. After the long missed field goal, they'll take over on the other side of the 50, 1st and 10. Here's Carson. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. And a 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. The Giants on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 7. Mahomes now to throw. It's complete to Grant. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. First down, Giants on a pickup of 14. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Draw play, it's Eckler. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball, the ones in the huddle doing the chirping, right now I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Mahomes looks to throw on third down. And it's caught. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. Third and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
They come up in an offset eye. So it's first and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. They'll try to run with Carson. And he is in. Touchdown, Giants. Chris Carson, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Giants are once again going to retake the lead.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
Marty looking forward.
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
Santos with the extra point, and that'll make this a 6-point game. That time a 9-play drive, and it was all capped off by the Chris Carson touchdown run. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This is taken near the 13. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36.
Here we go.
Now Aaron Rodgers and the offense heading back onto the field. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but they're losing. And I think as the captain of the offense, you probably always feel like you need to do more in that situation.
The best have always felt that way, and they won't settle for anything less. So right now his goal is to increase what he's doing on the field, try to make sure his teammates come along with him, and he feels like if I do better, everyone will do better. And that's what we're seeing from him right now. Got to have a little extra determination.
Yeah, a little extra determination. He has thrown the touchdown pass. No interceptions for him personally to this point. To throw again on second down. Rodgers. And completes it to Kirk over the middle. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Rodgers now to throw. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Rodgers going to throw again. Completes it to Hearns. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. On now is Mason Crosby, who's hit from as far as 58 in his career. This will be from 56 yards out. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this score will stay right where it is. The long-distance shot before break comes up empty, but now Charles flipped the script. Time for likely one more play as field position becomes an issue.
Yeah, when you talk about field position, remember, if this kick is missed, the ball comes back to where? The spot that they snapped it from. So field position becomes a factor. I think in this spot, you might also want to think about throwing the Hail Mary. You know, put the ball up in the air. Maybe you can get 6 out of it instead of 3.
Yeah, see what happens. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin out in the windy city of Chicago, and they are seconds away from halftime, all tied in that one. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. New York set to take the field. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Touchdown, Giants. Chris Carson, 77 yards. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Charles, they had 6 DBs out there. They were thinking pass. They surprised him with a long run.
I wonder if they saw that and just checked to it. Maybe had an audible and said, you know something, against 6 defensive backs, let's run the football. Let's get our big guys downfield and match up with the littler guys and see if we can create some space. And not only did they create space, they created a path all the way to the end zone.
Now Eckler, and he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5.
Well, partner, since this new two-point rule came into play, offenses spend a lot more time working on it. That means the defenses are doing the exact same thing.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This will be taken very short. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the third quarter. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of this?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
From the 29, Rodgers.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
They'll run it here with Hunt. Corey Littleton there on the tackle. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Rodgers. This is caught by Hearns. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
You can't block me. You can't block me. Check 3, check 3, check 3.
On first down, Hunt. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Come on. Let's go tight end. Let's go right here now.
On 2nd and 12, Rodgers. His throw incomplete. The rookie there defensively to knock it away, Trayvon Mullen. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. And this won't get there, won't be online either. It's no good, off to the right, and this score will stay right where it is. Down here in the 3rd quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, and one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the 2nd miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
And New York set to take the field. So they tried the 59-yarder and missed it, and now this offense starts just 1 yard shy of midfield. On first down, Mahomes. He's got the hook up here to Deshaun Jackson. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. To throw, it's Mahomes. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this 2nd half. Instead, it's 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. The pass complete to Ryan Graham. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. That one goes for 29 yards on 3rd down.
For many people, that's not your standard play call in that 3rd down situation. But for so many offenses, they just want the ball in the hands of their playmakers in open space. And after he caught it, he did a nice job picking up the 1st down.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Dumps this one off to Chris Carson. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll be 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
That is caught inside the 5. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 9 yards on the play there, and it'll set them up 1st and goal. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone.
And he takes it into the end zone for a giant TD. Austin Eckler His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that will make this a 19-point game. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told, and it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This is taken near the 13. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
The Browns drive about to get started. And the last go-around for them, they tried that really, really long field goal, couldn't connect.
And in retrospect, I think a lot of people would say, well, why would you try one that long? You hurt yourself in field position. The ball comes out, there. That only helps the other team. But I look at it as maybe it was a double shot of confidence. Confident the kicker could make it. And even if he missed, confident in their defense that they could hold him.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Hearns brings it in. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd.
One of the feature points of the in route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver wander into some tough territory. If he's late with the ball, he can get his receiver hit and hit hard.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Darius Leonard has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. On the run, this is Hunt. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. From midfield, here's Rodgers. Oh, he's going to go for it all. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, it's a cold night, and whether you're a quarterback that wears a glove on his throwing hand or not, that ball is a rock, Brandon. You've got to really drive it through the cold and the wind, or it can take off on you. And that may have been what happened there.
Chris Carson trotting back out there. He is knocking on the door for 100 yards in this ball game.
And it's so important. It doesn't seem like it's that big of a deal. Just short of it, a little bit over. A little bit over feels better to everyone. Offensive line, running back, team totals, just something magical about breaking that barrier.
And he's right there on the door. He's got him in, complete. And all the way down to the 39. A big play there for the Giants. 41 yards.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush, a lot of passes completed. Been an easy day for them.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down.
I think you have to chalk that one up for the defense there. Someone right on the spot. Excellent coverage. Didn't leave him enough room to come down inbounds, even though he did catch the football.
The defense stiffens to force 4th down following that 1st down gain of 8.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
So out comes the field goal team once more. This will be from 49 yards out. And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. And that will extend their lead now up to 22. So making 4 out of 4 now in the field goal department, and he's able to extend their lead.
When drives are bogged down, he's been automatic out there. So nice to have a kicker you can count on to put points on the board.
Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Browns offense trotting back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. On 2nd and 10, Rodgers, and he completes it to Hunt. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And he's got it to Hearns. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland 1st down.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
50 minutes, 318, 58, right there. Come on, you better bring it.
Rodgers now on 1st down. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Rodgers to throw once more. Over the middle, the connection to Hearns. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup. Now Rodgers. And his throw here is going to be incomplete. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. To throw is Rodgers. To throw again. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have him looking at 3rd and 10. Open man is Kirk, complete. And he will not get what he needed as he stops short of the first down at around the 22.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. They run with Hunt. And nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped behind the line. Kareem Hunt stops short of the sticks. And the Giants are going to get the football back.
Partner, when you see a running play stop short like that, you just know that the defensive front, they won the battle of leverage and created the push back into the opposing backfield.
And for the offensive coordinator, whether you had 1 yard to go or 20 yards to go on 4th down, now you're probably saying, oh, maybe I should have passed it, right?
Yeah, hindsight is always 20/20. Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
On 2nd down, it's Carson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant first down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 47. They run again with Carson. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. And he'll give it here to his running back. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd down. Finally, defensively, they have a little clip to show positive for actually stopping him running the football.
It's been a really long night for them, hasn't it? So they got a little bit of a win there, but let's face it, the vision that he's had running the football has carried his feet to the open spaces and to big yardage all night long.
On 3rd down, Carson, and he can only get this to the 42-yard line, and that is not near enough. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out. so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Airing it out for Hearns. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The coverage good that time by Kendall Fuller.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Here's Brett Kern now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field. Now, the previous drive they punted, but that was just the first time they've had to do so in this game.
And when they turn on the game film, the coaches will rant about this, right? They'll say, oh, God, we got to move the ball, guys. We can't punt the ball away. But they have to keep smiles off their faces because that's the first time in the game they've had to do so. They've moved it quite well. They'll overall be happy with what they've seen.
They're going to be stopped up on this first down run. He might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
On 3rd down, Carson. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
And here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. Returnable for Thomas. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. Kareem Hunt and the rest of the offense making their way back out there. So after that hot start, the numbers here show the decline. What has the defense done adjustment-wise?
Sometimes when you have a running back who's gotten off to a hot start, you've got to catch him before he really gets going. So you change what you do across the defensive front. Instead of the linebackers being back a few yards, you bring them up closer. It's what we call mugging the line of scrimmage, taking away a lot of blocking angles and gaps and maybe stopping him before he can get going.
Mugging the line of scrimmage, okay.
Yeah, in this case.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Rodgers, and his throw's going to be incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And Brate, the tight end's got it. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. Rodgers to throw for it on 4th. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Now, no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And again, it's Rodgers. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. Now this throw caught left side. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 19. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Throwing is Rodgers. And it'll be intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point.
Yeah, let's get a sack lunch.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Aaron Donald in there for the sack, and that is now 21 for him on the year. Wow, what a season. Coming off the line, he's been wreaking havoc all year. And look, that's why, as a result, he's getting some looks for Defensive Player of the Year in the NFL.
And I know that many people don't have him first on their list right now, but he deserves that type of consideration. You mentioned it. All year long, he's made big plays and continues to do so. Imagine if he has a big game here. If so, he could vault himself right into the #1 spot.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Going to give this time to the tailback. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Well, from my vantage point, that's just one bad play by the offensive line and a running back who's had a lot of good ones tonight.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean he's not going to be ticked off, nor is the offensive line, because to me it's a lot like a no-hitter, right? Pitcher's throwing a no-hitter, gives up a hit late. You're so close to accomplishing everything you want and don't quite get it done. They'll come back with a vengeance on the next play.
On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Mahomes going to go on 4th down. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second-half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Giants, it will wind up a .500 season as the win means they'll finish right at 8-8. And by just about all accounts, not the type of year they were hoping to have. Meanwhile, for Cleveland, they wanted desperately to finish at .500, but that won't happen, as it'll be a 7-9 season in the end. And they can take solace in the fact that this team never quit all the way to the end. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.